Yo, what's happening, guys? Anyone's watching, so welcome to the live stream, guys. So this is going to be filmed for the channel, so it's going to appear in the live section of the YouTube channel. It's going to be a more regular thing also. So Tom may join the call. He's on another call at the minute. So if he's done that in time, he's going to join the call if anyone has any questions for him. But if not, he'll be on the next one, which we're going to be doing every single Monday. So every single Monday at either 5 or 5:30, we're going to go live on YouTube to really answer any of your guys' questions, because I get hundreds and hundreds of messages on Instagram, on Facebook, on email, by email, just loads of questions, which I just physically can't get round to. Obviously, all the guys in the academy, we've got our scheduled call at 6 p.m. every single Monday now. So after this, you'll all be on Zoom, so we can go more in depth like we usually do, where you share your screen, you show your ad accounts and whatever. But yeah, this is something that's going to happen regularly. So the guys that aren't in the academy, can't get into it yet, or haven't got into it yet, even if you get into the future, you can come on here every Monday, ask any questions, and yeah, just a way to shoot the shit, really, because I know that not many other SMMA gurus, you want to call them, are willing to really, hop on and help every week. So yeah, if anyone has any questions at all on SMMA, on Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, how to sign clients, the client signing process, whatever it is, shoot a message in the chat, guys, and I'll cover it. Tristan, how are you, mate? I met Tristan at the Social Agendas event. And Najib, how are you, mate? HC, hello, love the channel. I'm looking to just make around £3,000 to £4,000 a month consistently. Realistically, how possible is this, and roughly how long would this take once I sign up for the course? So very, very good question. Now, I'm always careful when I answer this question, guys, to anyone in my DMs who's asked me this question. And the reason being is because it's different for everyone. Like, even with the academy content, it depends how much time you're willing to put into it. Like, we have some guys like Carl who's going to he'll ring 200 businesses every single day throughout the week. We've got some people that only want to ring 20 people. And a good kind of way to look at it is, it obviously all depends on how much outreach you do. That's without being said. Anyone who says they've got a hidden trick or a secret source of how to sign clients overnight, how to get to 10 grand a month, 3 grand a month, whatever it is, overnight, they're lying. And I refuse to sell the course. I refuse to sell the academy. I refuse to sell me or Tom as a personal brand without being 100% honest with you. But if you stick to the targets we give you in the academy, you cold call every single day, I don't see how you don't hit £3,000 to £4,000 a month by the end of the year. Q4 and Q1, in my opinion, and through the agency's history, is by far the easiest way. It's by far, the best period. Sorry, Tom's just messaged me. By far the best period to sign clients, because everyone's looking to invest in Q4. Everyone's looking to invest in the new year when they get new budgets. And really, HC, I don't know what your actual name is, but £3,000 to £4,000 a month on a beginner kind of pricing plan, that's like 4 or 5 clients, which is, I don't want to say easy, because signing clients is incredibly difficult. But if you're cold calling 30 businesses a day, which will take you about 2 hours a day, say at the beginning you're booking probably 5% of the calls into meetings, and then depending on what your close rate is, that's very, very doable. And people overcomplicate it massively. But £3,000 to £4,000 a month by the end of the year is very, very doable if you're cold calling every single day. Hopefully that answers your question. Bob, hi, I have a few questions. I hope you will at least answer a few of them. Do I need to register my business? Yes, you will need to register your business. 2, how can I respond if a client will ask me for my marketing degree? No, you don't need a marketing degree. I don't have a marketing degree. Tom doesn't have a marketing degree. Most people that you see on YouTube don't have marketing degrees. Clients don't care about it. I've never been asked what my qualifications in marketing are on any sales call in the past, coming up to 5 years now of running the agency. And the reason for that is, a marketing degree isn't going to teach you a Facebook ad strategy that works in 2024. It just doesn't, because those courses and those modules, you might have lecturers come in on those courses. I have a few friends that took marketing course degrees at university and college. They only have one digital marketing module, which is across 10 different modules. One's digital marketing, and inside that digital marketing, they don't teach like actual Facebook ad strategies or Google ad strategies. They just teach it as a concept, or at least from my experience. So you don't need a degree to get to the point which I think you're asking, is how can you essentially get those clients to trust you? That's all to do with your presentation. It's all to do with how prepared you are, your expertise. If you come across as an expert in that meeting, they don't give a shit whether you've got a degree or not. All they care about is if you can make them money, and if you can explain X, Y, and Z, hit some pain points, obviously go through the correct presentation strategy in the process, but you don't need a marketing degree. So to answer that question, become an expert and learn how to sell, and you don't need a degree. HC, and secondly, would it be very possible to continue to make around £3,000 to £4,000 while still studying medicine at university? How many hours a day am I looking at spending on my SMMA per day while studying? So very good question, mate. Or if you're a girl, I don't know. So yes, it's very, £3,000 to £4,000 a month. If you're signing them on a 4-month deal or a 3-month deal, then you're going to keep them for that amount of time. Hopefully you keep them longer if you've got the correct strategies to deliver them results. Now, you're going to lose them after month 1 if you just can't deliver the service. Hence why every video I do on this channel, and Tom does on this channel, we're always so adamant of the fact that you need to be an expert in the service delivery. Otherwise, like you just said, you'll get to £3,000 a month and you'll be straight back down to 0 the next month. So you have to become an expert, and that's the only way. There's 0 shortcuts to that, guys. For you to keep a client happy, there's no secret, there's no shortcut. The only secret and shortcut is become a fucking expert at Facebook ads, at sales funnel creation. Actually have a strategy that works. Whether you get that off someone like Tom and I in the academy, whether you binge watch YouTube, so you become an expert in the actual services from a fundamental level and you build your own strategy, whatever it is, you have to become an expert. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to sign clients, because the best way to scale your business is by leveraging the clients you already have. So we've got a list of 20 to 25 clients that we've worked with in the past and we currently work with, that when we're trying to close another client, we literally just say to them, right, here's a phone book of people you can just ring. So it's like, that's how important building those case studies are, and having that, having a network of existing customers that you've delivered good service for. So to answer that question, once you get to 3 to 4K a month, as long as you've got the service that that warrants keeping them, hold on, charger. As long as you have the service that warrants keeping them, then yeah, you're going to be fine, and you'll stay at 3 to 4,000 a month. Right, Tom has just joined the room. Let's see how we can add him to the chat. Does anyone know how you add people to a YouTube live? Tom, if you're watching, you may have to request it. I don't know. This is the first time doing this. Let's see if anyone has any idea. Right, let's see if we can add him as a moderator. Managing moderators, can manage block words. Nope. Right, Tom, while you figure out how to do that, I'm going to answer some more questions. Right. Yeah, Tom, you figure that out. Right. So, do you think that paid ads are a good outreach method? Yes, they are a good outreach method. Like what I want to say, guys, is we always hate on certain outreach methods like emails. We don't really talk about paid ads as much. That's just our opinion on how it works for us and the academy. That's all we teach. This isn't us saying that email marketing doesn't work. It's not saying paid ads doesn't work. They do work, but for us and the way we run an agency, we don't think that works the best, because the people that sign clients through email marketing, they probably run a very different agency than we do. So it's just how you want to get how you want to get your business off the ground, and also how it fits you as a person. So my audience, or Tom and I's audience on YouTube and in the academy, is very much, because of the way we teach it, is you start your agency from the ground up, you do every single job until you hit about 6 or 7K a month, then you build an in-house team rather than outsourcing it. And in order for your time to be most efficiently used, you can't be sending 1,000 emails a day, blast emails. You need to be very specific with who you're going after in order to get to that 7 to 8K a month the quickest. Hence why we give advice to start cold calling, LinkedIn DMs, Instagram DMs linked with cold calling. So hopefully that answers your question. So paid ads, we've never experimented them with our agency, but that's not to say that they don't work. Tom, Tom, let's see. I don't know how to, if anyone has any experience with adding people to a YouTube live, put it in the chat and we can figure out how to add Tom. Daniel, hello. I'm having a lot of difficulty to face my fears and pick up the phone. Couldn't relate to you more on that front, mate. When I first picked up the phone, as you're probably very, very well aware, it took me months to build up the courage to do it. It really did. And when I did, I'm so glad I did, because I signed a client on my 6th cold call, like you'll know. But it's one of those things, guys, where you just have to force your body. It's just such a mental thing, because as soon as you do press the ring button, and I remember it like it was yesterday, I had that phone number there. I literally couldn't press the ring button because I was so scared to do it. And as soon as I did, and I got into a conversation, yeah, I stuttered over my words on the first few calls, but after that, I got into a rhythm and I started to enjoy it. It's one of those things where you just have to throw yourself into it and just keep telling yourself, what's the other option? If I'm too scared to do it, then I'm never going to get anywhere. What's more painful? Being told to fuck off and like stumbling over my words and whatever, or staying where you are and not getting anywhere with your business? I know which one I'd prefer. Tom, seems complicated as fuck. Says you need to invite me to your live stream. I've got put this user on timeout, so that's the only option, mate. I can put you on timeout. Right, how do I engage your audience? If not, Tom, we'll just join you next time, and I'll do this one if we can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to add you. I'll just carry on. How long does it take to become an expert in delivery? Sorry for the bombardment of questions. No worries. Fire away as many questions as you like. So, how long does it take to become an expert in service delivery? Really, the answer to that question is how long it takes you to go through the service delivery part of the academy. So the academy is 50% sales. So actually, no, it's 10% business setup, 5 to 10% business setup. So that's how to set up your agency in the correct way, your social pages. That's kind of the beginner stuff. Then the rest of it, so the final 90%, 45% of that is sales, how to sign clients, how to find clients, how to close them, how to communicate with them, present to them, closing techniques, outreach messages, scripts, all that good stuff. And then the other 45% of it is service delivery. And you can probably go through that service delivery module in probably 6 or 7 hours. And that literally runs you through every single thing you need to know in terms of service delivery. The go high level strategies, how they work, Facebook ad strategies, how they work, how to onboard clients, your email marketing stuff, your Google ad stuff, TikTok ad stuff. So really, once you go through that once, you're not necessarily an expert, but you know everything that you need to know. And we recommend everyone in the academy to make a note. And if you're learning through any other platform, get a notepad and just build your notes of that service delivery. But in terms of becoming an expert, you're never going to become an expert until you actually run the service yourself and you troubleshoot issues. And you can go through the academy, but you're still going to come across issues because we can't cover literally every possible outcome which could go wrong in your ad campaign in the academy. But once you know where to look, probably 10 hours of watching content, you can become an expert in the terms of everything that you need to know. But you're not going to be like a true hands-on expert until you work with clients on a day-to-day basis. Like in 5 years time, I'm going to look back on who Tom and I are now in terms of service delivery and the team and think that we were absolute novices. So it's just like, you never really get to a point and you're the expert. It's just constantly developing. How many hours should we work a day on business? How many hours do you work per day? So me and Tom aren't a good representation of this question. I was on a call yesterday at 7:30 a.m. and my final call was at 11 p.m. with someone on the west coast of America. So it was like a ridiculous day. Obviously, I wasn't working flat out there. I had lunch and breaks, etc. But if you want to get your business off the ground, you kind of do have to be a little bit of a psychopath in the sense of work every single hour that you have. Like, people always ask me, Harry, how many outreach messages, how many cold calls do I need to do a day to get my business off the ground? And if I told you to do 20, so you did 20 and then you sat around watching Netflix for 2 hours, that's not working to the best of your ability. You need to do it. Every hour that you have free needs to be on the business, and it needs to be on money-making tasks. It needs to be on actual tasks that are going to make you money. There's no point spending 2 hours a day working on your website that's just ridiculous. You need to spend 2 hours a day cold calling businesses, prospecting, building lead lists. So it's like, it's more how you prioritize your time. But really, if you want to get your business off the ground, any less than 20 to 30 cold calls a day, Monday to Friday, you're not working hard enough. Twinu, I think that's how you pronounce it. Love the content. Can't wait to join the academy soon. Love to have you, mate. We've got a call at 6. So yeah, happen every Monday at 6. Let me know if you have any questions on Instagram. Next question. I have always wondered this. Let's say I sign up to the course and want to target aesthetics clinic in London. I'm sure you will have another person in the academy with the exact same target. Yeah, absolutely. But our scripts, guys, when you get into the academy, you're not going to be copy and pasting our script to the exact same businesses all the other academy members are. You're just not going to do that. That's not how it works for that exact reason. If we just had a script that we use, every other academy member uses, there's going to be loads and loads of people in the industry, like you say, sending the exact same thing. That's not how it works. In the academy, we teach you how to build your own scripts. We teach you how to speak in the correct way. We teach how to structure scripts to fit your personality and style, and the strategies behind it, so that you're not going on, you're not going out into the big wide world and you have no idea why you're saying the things we're telling you to say, so that you can customize them and make yourself stand out. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me get on to Tristan. YouTube, to go live with someone else, you can put them in the waiting room, Zoom. Harry, there is a invite link. Then you should be able to join. Right, I think it's because I'm streaming directly on the YouTube platform, guys. I'm not streaming through Zoom and then transferring over to YouTube. We'll scrap Tom this week. Tom's not making an appearance. It'll be on next week's. Right, back to this. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Sorry, mate. If I'm working with B2B businesses, brackets, accounting firms, how long should it take to warm up a completely cold lead to turn them into a paying customer? Every business is different. We've worked with mortgage companies in the past where it's taken them 6 months for the leads we bring in to become a paying customer. That's because, for obvious reasons, we bring in someone who wants a mortgage. It takes ages for them to find the house, sell their previous house, and then go ahead with it. We always tip for those types of clients. We try and find services within their service offering where there's a shorter lead time. So when we worked with that mortgage company, which you can probably relate to, just change it to accounting firms, is we were doing first-time buyers, which historically have a massive lead time for when a lead comes in to become a paying customer. So what we did was we spoke to them and explained this to them and said, right, we want to bring you an ROI as quickly as possible. So we need a service that you're going to make money from quicker so we can keep working with you. So they said, right, do the remortgages, because remortgages were a faster turnaround time. So that's what you could do. If you're experiencing that with any of your clients, like accounting, I don't think you would. Pretending you might do if the businesses that you're bringing in leads for have a contract signed for their previous accounting firm. You can just work like that. But in terms of leads, for example, our facial aesthetics clinic we work with, this people book right away. They book within a couple of days of coming in. If it's a aesthetics training course for £7,500 that we're selling for one of our clients, that can sometimes take a couple of months, or then it all depends on the price of the service, guys. But you can put in things to speed that process up. We always say it takes 7 to 12 interactions with a business to get that customer to trust your brand. So the more touch points you can put in with emails, SMS messages, retargeting ads, phone calls, to build through those touch points to get that customer to trust you the quickest. Content's always a really good way to do that. Then that's gonna speed up that time. When is the best time to charge up front for my services? I worked with another client previously and got a really good vid testimonial. I would always charge up front, guys, for your services. I even at the very beginning of my agency, for my very first client, I always charged up front. And you can just say, because in order for me to get you results, I have to pay for X, Y, Z. Maybe that might be an employee, it might be a team member, it might be a software that you need to be paid for in order to get that campaign up and running and getting them the best results possible. So just do it straight away. There's no reason why they shouldn't pay you up front. If we both listen to your advice and strategy, what will make me stand out versus him? Isn't it a clash? Why would they pick me instead of him? So that, like, this is you've got to remember, guys, my audience is very, very small. Like the academy has around 500 people in it at the minute. Even if it got up to 10,000 people, 10,000 people aren't going to all take action like we say they're going to take action. 10,000 people aren't going to go over the same industry. 10,000 people aren't going to say the same thing to the same industry to the exact same people. I reach out to aesthetics training companies. I reach out to dental practices. Dental practices are the most saturated industry in SMMA, but we still sign clients. So you're telling me just because the people that are also reaching out to dental practices, just because they're not in the academy and saying the same script as me, they're saying something wildly different. That's not the case. In fact, majority of the people that are reaching out to these businesses have no idea how to operate. They can't communicate very well. They're very socially awkward people. So as long as you can get on a call and build a relationship, that's all it is. When people work with me and Tom, guys, and our team, they work with us because they like us as people. Yeah, we've got the testimonials, we've got the reviews, we've got an amazing strategy to back it up. But if they didn't like Tom and I and they didn't resonate with us, they wouldn't work with us. So that's what we teach. We teach, how to mirror people's personalities in meetings, how to structure a presentation depending on that personality, how to build relationships. And that's the important factor of it. Like, if you're worried about, you never being able to stand out in a business model because other people are in that same business model, then you're not going to be successful in any business unless you invent the next biggest thing, which you don't need to do to become successful. So I wouldn't worry about it. Like our people that we call, we know for a fact that they've been called the same day by other really good social media marketing agencies, really established ones, but they still accept the meeting with us because of how we came across on the call. So yeah, it's one of them where it's like, if you worry about that, then you're never going to get started in any business model. It's the same with like drop shipping or I don't know, any business model. Being a personal trainer, it's like saying, I'm not going to become a personal trainer because there's other personal trainers that teach you how to get fit. Well, it's like, well, then no other personal trainer on planet Earth would ever become a personal trainer. Tristan, thank you for that, by the way, mate. We'll figure that out next time. Joe Smith, what's your thoughts on using Chat GPT for your copy? We do it within our agency. All of our copywriters utilize Chat GPT because it's stupid not to. However, what we don't do is say, Chat GPT, write a Facebook ad for my dental practice, and then just copy and paste it into the ads manager. That's not what we do. It almost takes us more time to write a piece of copy through ChatGPT than it did for us just to write it, because you have to feed it so much, which is why ChatGPT isn't going to take over all of our jobs, because it needs so much help. It still needs you to work with the client to think of the special offer, which is going to intrigue the most people and force the click. So yeah, we use it all the time. So it's really helpful, especially to optimize your copy. So usually we'd write it and say, right, optimize this for particular aspects that we want to get across, or optimize this for what's super useful, guys, which I've not even put in the academy yet, is you can input your clients' reviews. So you download all of their reviews as a CSV file. You can then put those reviews into ChatGPT and say, write me a Facebook ad copy which pins down and highlights the main pain points that are discussed in the reviews. So therefore, you're then doing an ad campaign based on pain points in reviews from actual data from that business to get them to convert in your ads. What else have we got here? What's your thoughts on AI? Kind of explained it there, mate. I've done a few videos on the channel also. What's the price of the program? The Academy, guys, it's usually $849, and that's lifetime membership to the Academy. That is free access to any new renditions of the program that we're releasing. 3.0 is going to come out early next year. So if you get in, which is going to be obviously a lot higher in price because there's going to be loads more features, but as soon as you pay, lifetime access, no upsells, free access to all of the Discord and all the live calls like this, which is happening in 5 minutes. The next one, different to this because you get on Zoom and you ask us questions and share your screen, share your ad accounts, etc. But the Academy, guys, is actually on discount for October. It's actually $720 for the whole of October. So if you're interested in getting in it before 3.0 comes out, get in. And if you have any questions after, just message me on Instagram. What other questions do we got? From your experience, what's the best outreach method? Cold calling, 100%. Like, there is, I would argue with anyone on any panel of any expertise to say that any other outreach method is going to get better results than cold calling. For medical niches, still cold calling. We've got someone cold calling for our agency who started 2 weeks ago, cold calling medical practices here in the UK, which is like in London specifically. So, and if you're a startup agency, you're going to go for medical practices in London, and we're signing, we're booking 10% of the calls that are made to those practices through cold calling. So you call 100 businesses, you're going to book 10 meetings with this strategy, and you obviously have to be as good as the guys that we've trained. But yeah, cold calling 100%. Does anyone else have any other questions, guys? Or I'll end it there, just because we've got this academy call at 6. I know I've spoken about the academy a lot in this call, just because it's fed back into it. But all the calls won't be like this, guys. These aren't to plug the academy. Paul, let's say you're at 1K a month. What do you do next? So, Paul, if you don't mind me asking, in this either your situation or this theoretical situation, is that 1K a month off one client, or is that 5 clients adding up to 1K a month? Just because if you're at 1K a month, that's arguably the hardest part out the way, because you can then leverage that result. But the answer to that question is just do what you did to get 1K a month 10 times, and then you're at 10K a month. It's only really until you get to about 10K a month, guys, or you run out of time in the day, that you then need to start investing in a team, bringing other people on, or hiring a sales team. That's the first thing you're going to do, is get to around 7 to 8K a month by yourself, so you become an expert in the service delivery. And then you're going to want to find someone that you can hand over the sales side of things, or more specifically the outreach side of things. So then you fall into the service delivery, sales calls, because you're probably not going to find someone to be able to, do the sales calls to the best you can. But certainly the outreach side of things, you'll be able to get someone in, but that's not going to be at 1K a month. You're just going to have to replicate what you're currently doing. When on a pay-per result basis, how do you ensure the client is transparent in regard to how many leads you're converting? So obviously you're going to ask them for feedback in the CRM, whether that be a spreadsheet, whether that be Go High Level, what Pipedrive, whatever CRM that you're using, for them to feedback, how each lead's getting on. Really, there's nothing to stop them lying. There's nothing to stop them saying, I haven't converted any leads. However, if they are converting 50 leads a month and making a 10x ROAS, they're not going to want to lie to you, because otherwise they're going to stop working with you. And it's a red flag if they continue paying you and they're claiming that they don't make you any money. And we've had clients do this, guys. We let a client go at the beginning of the year after 3 months because she was claiming that she wasn't converting any of the leads. But when we looked into it further, she'd converted a few of them. And that came to our attention when we said to her, like, what if you aren't converting them, why do you want to continue? We literally had that conversation with her, and she said, waffled on, and it ended there. That's a longer story that I can really explain on here. But right, guys, final question, just before I get on this academy call. Should I hire some new teammates now I have the design part only? No, you need to become an expert in your service delivery, mate. You need to, you're not going to be able to manage a team if you don't understand each part of your business. Like when we hire a new Facebook ad specialist, a Google ad specialist, or a salesperson, how can we manage them? How can we give them feedback if they're not getting the results that they should be getting, if we don't understand that? You need to take your agency to at least $5,000 a month on your own, doing all of it, and then build out a team. Otherwise, you have zero foundations. How long on average would you spend on a client just running Facebook ads, email marketing, and setting up ads and landing pages as a beginner? Obviously the setup of this is going to take a lot longer. So you ideally you get through the landing page setup, email sequence setup, launching the first ad campaign within 3 or 4 days if you have no other client. That's how much you should set it up. And then in terms of managing them, for a beginner client, really it's like a couple of hours a week just to analyze the ads, make any changes. The thing that's going to take most of your time is communicating with the client, is getting on regular calls with them to update them. Right, we got this ad up, we made this progress, we did this and this, so that they understand what you're doing. That's going to take the most time. The actual manipulation of the ads, once that launch has happened, for that first 3 days when you're launching it, you're going to be all out. You're like, all of your time is going to be on that every single day to make it perfect. But after that, it's just going to be a trickle process, and all your time is going to be on communication, really. So yeah, well, hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's like I said, it's going to happen every Monday. If this has sprouted any questions at all, message me on Instagram, Harry_SMMA. And yeah, we'll go from there. The videos, I know I always say that they're coming back every single day. It's just so difficult with the way the agency is at the minute. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, guys. Let me know if you have any questions on the academy or anything else we discussed on Instagram, and we can go back and forth on Instagram. But hope you enjoyed. Yeah, hopefully you come back next week and Tom will be on here. But yeah, it's going to be a regular thing. But cheers, guys, and see you soon.